All right, welcome to your first workout, okay? So the first part of this workout consists of 4 different exercises. You're going to do each exercise and you're going to rest about 30 seconds between each exercise, and then you're going to rest about 60 seconds between each set, and you're going to repeat it 3 times, okay? So the first exercise is jumping jacks. So you're going to do 50 jumping jacks, okay? And jumping jacks, you probably all know how to do these. So just like this, okay? Keep your knees soft. Don't lock out your knees. And you're just going to jump your feet in and out like that, okay? If you want to keep it low impact, you just soften your knees, and then you're just going to go like this, okay? But don't be like this. You really want to put some oomph into it so you can get your heart rate up, because the whole point of this first part is to get your heart rate up, okay? The second exercise you're going to do is 10 burpees, okay? So a standard burpee is, without any kind of modifications, and I'll show you some modifications, is that you go from standing straight up, you're going to go into a squat, which means that you are just going to go straight down. You're going to keep your knees over your feet, and you're going to make sure that your knees don't do like this, okay? Don't go in front of your toes. They stay behind your toes. So you squat down so you can put your hands down, and then you pop back, okay? And then tuck back in. Then you stand up and you give your hips a little tuck, which forces you to contract your glutes. So you're really contracting your glutes and tucking your hips under just a little bit, okay? So again, squat down, hands down, pop back in, stand up, and tuck your hips under, okay? The modification for this, to keep it low impact, is to do the same thing. You squat down, hands down, and then you walk your feet back. 1, 2, 1, 2, stand up, and give your hips a little tuck under, okay? The third exercise are pulsing squats, okay? So for squats, like I was just saying, you're gonna have your feet actually a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and you're kind of gonna point your knees just to the outside a little bit, because that actually keeps your knees from buckling in. Because like this right here, when your knees buckle in to the inside, that's wrong, okay? So when your knees aren't actually gonna go to the outside, but by putting just a little bit of pressure to the outside, you actually just keep them straight over your ankles, okay? And then you sit back like you would into a chair, okay? Hold it for just a split second at the bottom, come back up, tuck your hips under, okay? From the side, this is what it looks like, okay? So I'm gonna point my knees just ever so slightly to the outside, which again, our knees aren't gonna go out to the outside, and squat down like I would sit on a chair, right? And then if you can go all the way to 90 degrees here, great. If not, if you can only go this far or whatever, totally fine. Come back up, give those hips a little tuck under, okay? Which forces you to contract your glutes. That's what we're aiming for. The fourth exercise is crunches, okay? So for crunches, we're going to bend our knees. We're gonna start at the bottom, okay? You don't wanna yank on your head. Actually, really, what you want is your hands just to the sides of your head. You're not gonna really support your neck. If you need to support your neck, great, but do not yank on your neck, okay? So you're gonna keep your elbows out, and you're just gonna crunch up and lift your shoulders and upper back off the floor. And you're gonna go back down, and you're gonna do 15 of these, okay? So those are your first 4 exercises, and you're gonna run through that 3 times, okay? Then for the second set of exercises, what you're gonna do is you're going to work for 30 seconds and then rest for 30 seconds. So the first part, the exercise I just showed you, again, just a reminder, between each exercise, just rest for about 30 seconds, not more. And then between sets, rest for about 60 seconds, not more, okay? The goal is to keep your heart rate up, okay? Then for the second part, You're going to work for 30 seconds and then rest for 30 seconds with each exercise, and you're just gonna keep going through this. It's gonna take you, you're gonna repeat this also 3 times. They're gonna take you about 9 minutes, okay? Yeah, actually there are 3 exercises, so it should take you exactly 9 minutes. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do 10 mountain climbers, okay? You can actually, I'll give you a choice. You can do high knees or mountain climbers. And you're gonna do 10, which means you're gonna do 5 on each side, okay? So for high knees, you're just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Those are high knees, and you can speed them up. You can even like go for speed. Either one's gonna get your heart rate up. Or for the first exercise, you can do 10 mountain climbers. And mountain climbers, you're just gonna go in a plank position, okay? A plank position, you have your shoulders directly over your wrists, okay? Your whole body is straight all the way from the top of your head all the way down to your ankles. You can also think of it as, what you don't want to do is arch your back like this. So you're going to tuck your hips under, and from that position you start. And then you're going to do 10 mountain climbers, again 5 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A modification for mountain climbers is just to slow it down. 1, 2, 3. You can even tap your toes on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, okay? So do one of those 2 exercises as your first exercise. Your second one is push-ups, okay? So push-ups you can do, I'll show you some modifications, okay? A standard push-up starts in a plank position, okay? Your hands are gonna be just a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Again, your shoulders over your, in line with your wrists, and then to give yourself a little bit more stability in your push-up, you can actually not put your feet together, but to keep them apart like this, okay? So then from here, you're simply gonna go up and down like this, okay? Go at your own pace, you're not racing anybody. If you can only do this, totally fine. The modifier for push-ups is to just put your knees on the ground and go from here, okay? That's it for push-ups. And then the last exercise is plank jacks. Again, this is a lot of upper body work here. So maybe for your first exercise, you want to do high knees. So plank jacks, again, you start in a plank position. Okay, you're going to start with your feet together, and always remember to tuck your hips under so you can keep your back straight, okay? And then from here, you jump your feet apart and back together. Just like this, okay? And that is your first workout. Enjoy.